Everything Hollywood told you about Roman gladiators is a lie. You picture them as shredded, chiseled bodybuilders, fueled by meat and vengeance, fighting to the death every single weekend. But the cold, hard archaeology tells a completely different story. They weren't lean action heroes. They were thick, carbohydrate-loaded assets who walked around with a deliberate layer of body fat. The day begins at dawn inside the Ludus, the high-security training fortress. This wasn't a prison yard. It was a $1 million athletic facility run by a ruthless businessman known as the Lanista. Breakfast wasn't a warrior's feast of meat. Instead, they were fed a strict, high-carbohydrate vegetarian diet. They were known across Rome as the Horderii, or the Barley Men. They sat together in dark dining halls, forced to consume massive quantities of this dense grain mash day in and day out. It wasn't about health. It was about mass. By mid-morning, training began. Gladiators never touched real steel during practice. They swung heavy wooden swords called Ludus against thick, solid wooden posts. Roman doctors intentionally designed this high-carb diet to build a thick, protective layer of fat over the gladiators' muscles. And the reason why is pure show business. In the arena, a shredded warrior gets stabbed once, a major artery blows, and the show is over. But a fat warrior? A blade cuts deep, creates a spectacular, bloody wound that drives the crowd insane. But the underlying muscle and organs remain untouched. The fat was their shield. After hours of brutal training, their muscles were screaming. To recover, they drank a foul tonic made of charred wood, ash, and bone, the ancient Roman equivalent of a calcium-packed recovery shake. Because they were so valuable, gladiators received the finest medical care in the ancient world. The legendary physician Galen himself was hired to stitch their wounds and keep them alive. Here is the second massive misconception: the body count. Hollywood makes you think every match ended with a thumbs down and a throat slit. In reality, gladiators were elite, multi-million-dollar corporate assets. Housing, feeding, and training them was astronomically expensive. If a politician hosted a festival and a gladiator died, that politician had to pay the Lanista up to 50 times the rental price as compensation. Because of this, fights were heavily regulated. There were strict rules, weight classes, and official referees who could stop the fight if a warrior was too badly injured. Most matches actually ended in a draw or mutual surrender. But don't mistake regulation for safety. When the day came to enter the Colosseum, the terror was absolute. You were locked inside a massive bronze helmet that restricted your vision and suffocated your air. You step out of the dark stone tunnel into the blinding sun. 50,000 people are screaming for blood. You didn't just fight to survive, you fought to satisfy the mob, living on beans, bleeding for show, and surviving on pure tactical discipline.